Hi everybody, it's Rob here, that's me, and I wanted to show you something related to choosing a name for your woodworking business. So this video is actually connected to that one. My original furniture business, going back to, I'm trying to think, to 1993 or so, was called Designsmith. At the time, I liked the idea of it being a wordsmith or a whatever smith, a blacksmith, in other words, somebody who was really good at that thing, I felt worked. And I was a designer. I still am primarily a designer. I design websites, I design furniture, I do signs, I do art. It's all related to design. So my point was that I felt that Designsmith was a brilliant name for my business. I'd never heard of it before, and I went ahead and started to use it. Back in those days, I was doing craft markets and things. And bit by bit, my business grew, and somewhere along the way, let me just think, 2008, the business had evolved by then, or into many formats. But primarily, it was still a furniture business at that time. I had used it mostly for that. Anyway, but then I switched to doing art, and I put it straight under the Designsmith label. So I went online and started to learn a couple of things. I found out, first of all, that I had registered designsmith.co.za, which at the time I was living in South Africa. I'm in Canada now. But I wanted to, I never even thought that, there might be other people in the world called Designsmith. And, well, hang on, I'm going to show you in a second. So at the time, I thought this is so cool. And so one day I decided to go and buy designsmith.com. And I came unstuck a little bit. So the point is that over the years, in fact, let's just do this. I'm just going to go straight to Google and search for Designsmith. And you're going to come up with, if you look there, when I did that, Designsmith Interiors comes up, Dubai Interior Works, Architecture Studio, there's a joinery unit in Dubai. And I suddenly thought, oh my goodness, when I found this out, I'm like, whoa, there was Australian ones and New Zealand ones, and I chuckled like mad. So whoever's got the .com is the winner, to be very honest. So the point was that you needed to find out before you. So people had to add. So you see, they call Designsmith. They serve as the owners of creating the perfect home, but they had to add Indie to their name. Designsmith UAE. Can you see? So people started to do things. Well, that was difficult. So now, give me a second while I'm going to pause this and just do a domain search availability. One sec. Okay, I shouldn't have wasted time on that. I was going to go to GoDaddy or whatever. Any of them will work. Sorry about my frogs. I don't recommend you ever use GoDaddy, by the way. So here I'm at Namecheap. And I've searched for Designsmith. Now what it'll do is it'll tell me .com's not available straight away, or is available for 115,000. Wow. So now we get down to what I was telling you in my article. Let me show you the raw article that I'm busy writing so that you can see where I'm at. Where was I here? Registering this. So do a domain availability. It just helps you to see that you're not going to end up getting sued and whatever for an exact name match. My theory is that any business that has, what's the word I'm looking for, credibility, who is out there in the world today, will have a domain registered. So if you can choose one and the .com's available, then you're pretty certainly safe, in a manner of speaking. So what this does to you, this Namecheap, by the way, is it'll tell you other options available. So the first choice would have been to search for Designsmith and have a look at if you're likely to clash with anybody there. Now, I've never had a problem in the future, but if you look, so for example here, Designsmith Home, they're targeting the word Designsmith properly, just like that. Actually, there's one word. You look at it enough, it looks funny. Incidentally, because I haven't done anything with a business from mine. My original Designsmith, it's now 14 years since I discovered there were lots of us. Since then, I've put that poor business domain name through about 10, 5, 8, I don't know how many versions. The most recently being for SEO services in South Africa. Now it simply sits there. Have I opened it? Yeah, and it just says, excuse me, this is it. If you need me, come to these websites of mine. I've got a few. In fact, I'm thinking of dropping this one this year. But can you see is that as fast as things stay the same, so they change. Okay, so just to give you an idea, I could go and register Designsmith Art, which currently is perhaps the nearest thing to what I do. Let me show you. Sorry. Maybe this one is the most likely to show you what I'm loving at the moment. So countrydesign.ca is never going to open. So all I can say is that stupid website designer. I'm that guy, by the way. Anyway, so there's all these options that you could buy if you didn't find that the .com is well a little pricey. And then it renews at $18. So if I was serious about designsmith.com, I'd find a way to pay for that. So if you go to, let's look for ones that would work for me as a furniture business. Maybe .art, .shop would be fine. So the Designsmith shop, because I'd be a wood shop or a whatever, at the moment. Maybe still, so CC2. So they're okay because they come up at cheap now, and where's this one? .is comes out at 51 renewal every year. And that can be a little traumatic when a year sails past and you suddenly have to pay for like this big money, like, ouch. So here we go, .name, I'm not sure about that one. So, I don't know what's so funny about this one. Anyway, so get where I'm going is that if you've done this research into checking if your name is good or not, as I said, by checking here and then checking there. And then maybe even let's go with Designsmith Canada. So for example, maybe I want to switch to my Designsmith name to .ca. So still keep the .ca or .za. I've got no choice. It's my websites, my emails, mostly my emails. But millions of places, hundreds, and if not thousands, I'm subscribed to, are all connected to that email. So can you see where this is a gremlin? Right, so let's look at, if I look for Canada, I get Designsmith in Vancouver and Calgary. So they're interior designers. So I would already not keep my Designsmith name. I'd simply start a new one, which is what I did with this website that doesn't open. Typical. So that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you during this thing is double check it. Check what's available through here. You could, if you wanted to, let's just say Designsmith was it, and I wanted it now to be Designsmith Furniture. I could do this. So now I become Designsmith Furniture. Look at that. It knows where I am. Sneaky. So Designsmith.furniture or furniture.com is available. So in other words, I could do Designsmith Furniture. I wouldn't clash with those interior design people. And I can get the .com. Can you see? So there are ways of going around and about what you wanted to do. If you still felt that Designsmith... Incidentally, once you've done Designsmith Furniture, you can still feature your core name, in your logo, big Designsmith, and then underneath, country furniture designers, whatever it is that you want to. But your website is still got the name that says what you want to do. Okay, let me be done with this video, and I will catch you on that page so that you can learn more from there. Thank you. Bye.